welcome in episode 13, lucky number 13, the Big Boys League, BBL Sports Talk. Shout out to the Tigers, getting a big dub today in Detroit. Shout out to the fans in Comerica Park. It was electric. Jet and Stark will be at the game tomorrow night to watch the boys close it off, punch their ticket to the ALCS. Good evening, gents. Very excited. So much to dive into tonight. Tigers, Lions, college football. Really pumped to get into it, but I have to hand it over to Jet to start us off. He's got a message he wants to put out to some of the listeners before we dive into the analytics tonight. So, Jet, I'll let you take it.
Thank you. Good evening. I'd like to make a public apology. I was at a wedding this weekend, had a couple beverages, and people were asking for lots. I went out and delivered just a bad display of mortal locks. I was swearing the Browns were going to dismantle the Commanders. It was going to be a letdown game for Jaden Daniels, and that did not happen. It was one of the worst displays of professional football I think I've ever seen. As my backup lock, I said the only other thing that I really absolutely loved was the over in the Texans-Bills game.
Oh, my God!
That also was a stinker. 0-for-2 on wedding locks. Beautiful wedding. Shout out to the Kramers. Thank you so much for having me. But, yeah, I do apologize. I was giving out awful plays, swearing by them. And just really quickly on top of that, what the fuck is wrong with the Browns? Dude, they were running the ball in the third quarter down like 27 points and just 3 and out, run the ball 3 times. And I get Deshaun Watson isn't that good, but he also can still play football. He's still a quarterback. I don't think that he's actually the problem. I think the team is actually tanking. I legit think at the beginning of the season. It's crazy.
To talk about the Browns, I do think it's Deshaun Watson. I think he might be the worst quarterback in the league, and I'm not even trying to be funny. He's so bad. He cannot throw a football. I feel really bad for Cleveland fans. Cleveland Browns fans, I should say. I feel for him. Because that is the single worst contract and decision. I don't feel bad for Cleveland. I shouldn't say that. I can empathize with Cleveland Brown fans. That is the single worst trade and contract in NFL history for Deshaun Watson, in my opinion. But to be fair, Jet, we expect a lot more out of that defense. They've been bad this year and expected a little bit more out of the run game, and they've also been bad. But it's tough to have a run game with Deshaun Watson as your quarterback. But, yeah, I'm not going to lie. I thought I liked the Browns this week as well. So I'm not going to kill Jet for that pick, but boy, are they bad.
It was really bad.
Well, shout out to the Kramers getting married this weekend. Sounds like it was a lovely wedding.
Shout out Kramers.
Looked like everybody had a good time. And sorry to Jet would not have given out Cleveland Browns plus 3.5 if he didn't have a couple in them. So just know that. But
I would have told them otherwise. Washington is legit. Jaden Daniels. When are we going to talk about him? I want to talk about my boy. That guy's the best quarterback in the NFL already. Thoughts on that? Can I just throw that out there? He looks like the best quarterback in the NFL right now.
No.
Who's better?
We'll get to that later.
Crazy.
No.
That is crazy.
No, it's
He's
not.
very good. He's very
but
good.
who looks
He's going to
better?
win. I mean,
Joe
Patrick
Flacco
Mahomes.
looks better.
Joe
looks like
Flacco, Joe
shit.
Cool?
You're kidding about Mahomes, I hope.
No, I'm not.
Dude.
Mahomes
my
hasn't
God.
looked that good this year, but he still looks awesome. Like, his stats on paper don't look good, but when you
Jaden
watch him
Daniels
play,
did not
he's
play in
still
the fourth
awesome.
quarter last week. That's how much they were up. They've been smoking people, and we'll get to it. You're right. We'll get to it. I'm feeling. Never mind. Well, I'll wait.
Yeah, just let's wait for Jaden Daniels to go 18 for 18. And then we can start maybe calling him the best quarterback in the league. Because the best quarterback in the league going 18 for 18 2 weeks ago. But
Who would you take right now, Jaden Daniels or Jared Goff?
Jared Goff.
Oh,
Jet giving a little side eye there. Jared Goff. All right, we're gonna get into Lions talk. We're gonna get into football. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let us not get ahead of ourselves here. We got to talk Tigers. We have to talk the Tigers. Massive win today at home. I said it in the intro, but shout out to Comerica Park and the fans. Electric atmosphere. I'm so jealous of the two of you going to the game, the potential closeout game tomorrow night. How awesome is that atmosphere going to be? Night game in Comerica, chance to punch your ticket to the ALCS. Before we talk about the game today, though, we got to back up. Talk about the game Sunday. Tariq Skubal masterclass. Every time he steps on the mound, you expect that out of him. But just unbelievable performance from Skubal. And then Kerry Bonds, Kerry Carpenter, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 9th, takes Clase deep 3-run shot. I read a stat. I might need to be fact-checked on this. That's the first home run he's given up to a left-handed hitter since, 2022, maybe, early 2023 season. Just unbelievable and storybook, and it's what we've seen from the Tigers since the beginning of August. Stark, we're going to kick it off with you tonight. We're going to talk about the Sunday game, but just kind of give us your thoughts on that performance Sunday.
yeah, Skubal's an absolute dog. There's a rumor out there that I said that we should have traded him. I did not say that we should trade Skubal. I said maybe at the time we were the worst team in the league, and there wasn't any sign of turning back. So now that they have something to back him up, and I don't think it's the bats don't even the averages aren't great. I've been looking into it. They're not batting crazy good. They're just so opportunistic. And all they need is Skubal to get on the mound. And they have such an advantage. But here's the thing that's blowing my mind. They are winning these games against the best closers in baseball right now. Hader and Clase are legitimately 2 of the best reliever closers in baseball. Clase gave up 6 runs all season. He gave up 3 runs in that inning against the Tigers. It's wild. Baseball's crazy. I don't know. I'm pumped to go tomorrow. I will say, and I don't want to curse anything. I've been to 2 games this year, and the combined score of those 2 games was 27-1. So,
Who won?
not the Tigers.
In whose favor?
I saw them
favor?
2 hits in 2 games. Each had 1 hit in both games. So I don't know. Joey, here's the deal. If it's looking bad, I might go home early because I'm bad luck. So I don't believe in curses like that or jinxes, but I'm so excited. I can't wait to watch baseball in cold weather. I don't think I've ever gone to a baseball game this late into a year. I'm thrilled. I'm super happy Torque hit that double today. I feel like he got a monkey off his back. I think we have a big Torque game tomorrow, and I think we have a Torque bomb tomorrow. That's my prediction.
A Torque bomb would explode Comerica tomorrow night.
Oh, one more thought before who are they going to start? Who do you think they're going to pitch? Who do you want that? Who do you think they're going to pitch, and what would you like to see?
Okay, I'm going to tell you what I want to see, and I want to know if this is a hot take, if you guys think I'm crazy. Top of the first tomorrow, I want to see Jackson Jobe.
I was going to say. I don't know about just top of the first, though. I might let him rock a little bit, but that was my guy, too. I was going to say, let's see what happens. I think they'll go Reese Olson, But I kind of want to see Job out there. If they're going to do some chaos, they have no tape on Job. They don't know what the hell that kid's going to do, and I want to see him gas one. Get him out there.
My thing with Job,
we saw Montero today. He did his job.
Yeah, and I just think the thing with Job is, he let him go through, his normal warm up and kind of approach a game like he normally would. He's used to starting games and give him an inning, maybe two. You're not going to have him in there for more than 6 outs, I imagine. But I would love to see Jackson Jobe on the mound tomorrow, starting the game. But I agree with you. I do think it's Olsen. After he gave up that homer, he kind of settled in. He pitched really well in Game 1. So I think it's Olsen, but Job would be electric. If you guys were there to see Job in his first start as a Tiger, that would be awesome.
That would be sweet. I would like to see Reese Olsen out there, though. I think he's a dog.
Jet, hop in here. Tell us your thoughts.
You guys would be. You guys are the real Tigers fans. I have no clue, but from what I've seen out of Joe, not impressed. I will be devastated if he's on the mound tomorrow to start the game.
He's electric.
What the fuck is your problem?
He's electric.
I need to stop swinging. What's your problem with Joe?
I don't want to beat a dead horse here. I just don't think he's built for that start right now. But I don't know. Like I said, you would know better than me. I've seen him in the playoffs once, and he was garbage.
Okay, garbage is a little excessive. He got a very unlucky break hitting that batter. It literally nicked the dude's big ass jersey. Then a little bloop fake single, and then Torkelson can't make a throw to the plate, and they get a run. It should have been an out. So I'm not killing them too much for that Houston game, but no, we'll see. I'm excited, and we're going to switch gears now. Actually, really quick, I want to throw this out to you before we switch gears to the game today, because I've seen kind of this discourse on social media and on the radio. This argument of, was Kerry Carpenter's home run the biggest home run since Maglio's? Which I think is an easy yes. Secondary, was it bigger than Maglio's home run? Jet.
I have no clue. This is the first year that I've seriously cared about baseball since the return of the swing, Ivan Rodriguez Pudge. So everything in between is non-existent for me. That was absolutely sick, though. So I'm to have an opinion, because everyone has opinions about everything. Yes, and it was bigger.
Okay. I will talk to the listeners then. And we'll get Stark in here in a second. I'll get his opinion. But I think Kerry's home run was more impactful than Maglio's? There is a case for it. I'm going to take Maglio's home run. Maglio's home run was literally a walk-off in Comerica Park to punch your ticket to the World Series, as good as it gets. But they were up 3-0 in that series. It was a tie ball game. They would have had other opportunities to win the game. They would have gone to extra innings, and then also had 3 more games to try to get one and get to the World Series. Kerry Carpenter's, you're in the top of the 9th. It's a tied ball game. You're down 0-1 in the series. You're in Cleveland against the best closer in baseball. And you hit a 3-run shot to take game 1, swing the momentum back in your way, and then they come to Detroit and they keep it rolling. So there is an argument to be made that Kerry's home run was bigger than Maglio's, but I'm still going to take Maglio's just because of the context of the moment. That moment, I remember being a kid watching that moment, not even knowing what to do with myself. That was just insane. But Stark, I just want to get your thoughts on that. I mean, that's the biggest home run since Maglio's. I don't think there's an argument there. Is it bigger than Mag's?
I think Maglio's is better because it was to go to the World Series, but I think for the sake of momentum and the magnitude of it, the moment for Kerry Carpenter was bigger because that game probably swings the series so much. You're right. Like if the Tigers lose that game, the Maglio game, if they lose, there's a lot more opportunity to win. You might be right with that. That was a great question. I'm still going to take Maglio because it was to go to the World Series, but Carpenter, dude, what a off Clase too. It's just incredible. It was awesome. Yeah, top moment in Detroit sports playoff history. So good for them. Good for Kerry.
Yeah.
Kerry Bonds.
Yeah. I love Kerry. And I think we can all agree that the moment of Maglio's was better, but maybe the impact of Kerry's was bigger. We'll agree on that. That'll be the official BBL take. Jet, if anyone asks, you can say that. The impact of Kerry's was bigger.
The impact of Kerry's was way bigger, but Maglio's, I'll say, because it was going to the World Series, obviously.
He's got it down. So, but no, I just, what a freaking time to be in Detroit and to be a Detroit sports fan. 1 win away from the ALCS. I really hope it happens tomorrow night while the two of you guys are there. And again, it's just the crazy ride continues. Kind of where I'll wrap this up is today was just a snapshot of this run that the Tigers have been on. You score 3 runs, all coming in 3 separate innings, all coming off of just gritty base running and moving runners and bunting and sacrifice flies. And it's just and then you go through 6-7 pitchers and give up no runs. It's just what they've done since the beginning of August. So hopefully we get one more, move on to the next series, which I, as a Tigers fan, I want the Yankees. I am hoping it's the Yankees if we can close this out. But we will see. Really quick before we move to football, Stark, I want to get your take on this. I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but if we do win this series, do you want to see the Yankees or do you want to see the Royals?
For sure the Royals, but it would be awesome to play a dream scenario. Play the Yankees, beat their ass with that. I want to play the biggest differences in pay gap and the pay gap. So ideally it would be great to play the Yankees and the Dodgers, but Royals would be great to just take on the division and beat them because I don't think they're very good, but who knows?
Yeah. There's kind of an argument both ways. We know the Royals really well. Hinch can manage the heck out of the game against the Royals. But kind of a surprise factor with the Yankees where we don't know them well. They don't know us well. And I feel like our style of play would kind of smack them in the face. So
I think there would be so much pressure on them. There'd be so much pressure on the Yankees if that happened. But we're like, this is not like we're jinxing it. We're not saying it's over. This is very much just for the sake of conversation. So no one come after us saying, "Oh, you idiots!" If we do, positive.
Yeah, let's win tomorrow night, and then we'll really focus on the matchup.
I'll say that much. They're not looking great. Let's finish them off.
Let's do it. All right. Let's switch gears. Let's dive into football.
Obama.
Yeah.
Call me asparagus.
All right. This is the week that we have been waiting for. Since we started this podcast, second episode, we started talking about this regular season game for the Lions. And coming off of the bye week, Frank Ragnow will play Sunday. So O-line is back intact. Branch is back. Hopefully worked out some kinks on the offensive side and the defensive side over the bye week. Roll into Dallas, into Jerry's world. It's a revenge game. I cannot wait. The Cowboys look I'm not going to lie. They look a little better than I expected them to this season, but it's the Cowboys. Massive game. Every single time we can, the 4 of us remember, 3 of us remember the Lions going to Dallas. It ends in some insane way and the Lions get screwed. So that is just my hope for this game is that from the moment that opening kickoff happens to the end of the game, it's just never in doubt. Complete, total domination. Don't even give Dallas the opportunity to squeak out some BS win. But I cannot wait game of the week, Tom Brady on the call. Hopefully he's better than he was week 1 and 2 because I listened to his games. They were brutal. But, Jet, we're going to start with you. How pumped are you for the game? What are your expectations? What are you hoping to see?
I think that the Cowboys are very similar to the Seahawks in that I don't think that their defense is good at all, and I think that their offense is kind of one-dimensional. Not kind of, it is. Their rushing yards is like 50 yards a game. It's so bad. Dowdle doesn't really have much to him. Zeke is like 60 years old. I mean, Dak's not a mobile quarterback. He's not going to beat you with his legs. So I think we just have to stop the pass and we'll be just fine, which I'm really, really hoping we just like play some type of zone against them. I know against the Seahawks I said I loved that Glenn stuck to playing man coverage no matter what was going on, but I don't want to see CeeDee Lamb put up 250 yards on us. I would just be so pissed if we got beat by one guy. So I really think, we shut down CeeDee, we'll be just fine.
Stark.
I think we're going to dominate this game. I don't think Dallas has really showed too much this year, and I think the Lions are starting to click, and they're coming off a bye. I just checked the injury report. I didn't see any names on there at all. I saw full practice from the two guys you mentioned, and no one else popped up. I did see that Micah Parsons and Zach Martin, neither one of them practiced so far this week. So if Micah Parsons is out, I think they just have their way with this defense. I don't think it's as good as everyone thinks it was. Another game where I would love to see them run the ball down their throats. Like, control possession so much that they just get so frustrated that Dak throws one pick and it's like feels like the game's over. I want to see full throttle, like run the ball, like just smash mouth. I'm not saying the whole game. I want to see them run the score up on these losers. I hate Dallas. I hate them so much. What they think they are, why, I don't know. I want to see them destroy the Cowboys. I want Carlton Davis in CeeDee Lamb's head. I want Hutch just taking Dak and just ripping his face off. So I'm ready for some violence on Sunday. I think Dan Campbell's going to have those boys ready to go. And they always are. But I love the Seattle Cowboys back-to-back. There's some bad blood in both those games, it feels like. So give me the Lions by 1 million this weekend.
I agree with Stark on this. I expect domination. Domination in the NFL is different, right? That's like a 2-possession win.
72-0.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see like the Dolphins did last year and the Lions put up 72 points. But Stark, you've mentioned this the last 2 weeks of Lions games. You love the Lions coming off of a loss when they went to Arizona. They got the job done. Now, they were coming off of a win playing Seattle, but we know Dan Campbell can make the team believe it's like they're coming off of a loss because of their history with Seattle. And I feel like it's the same type of scenario.
This one might be deeper.
I would argue it is, yeah. It's definitely deeper. Just the hatred towards Dallas and Detroit just because of what's happened every single time the Lions go down there. I think, Jet, you brought up the lack of rushing on that Dallas offense. You're not going to run the ball against the Lions anyway. Doesn't matter. You could.
No, you are not. I've been saying this.
Maybe a hot take, but I don't even think the Baltimore Ravens are going to successfully run the ball all game against the Lions. The way that Lions defense is playing.
No, you're right. There are two teams in the league that stuff up the run as much as, and I test here. This is all I test.
No stats.
I know the Lions give up 83 rushing yards a game. It's a low number. If you watch the Chiefs, they also don't give up any rushing yards. Chris Jones is a monster, and I think ours is more by committee. But our run defense is amazing. And I'm going to knock on wood, but open field tackling, hitting awesome by the linebackers. I don't know. It's been look at the running backs we've played and the rushing yards they've had. It's good. It's really good.
Yeah, it's so, and kind of where I'm getting at with this is what I'd be thinking if I was Aaron Glenn. Dallas can't rush the ball. Teams can't rush the ball against you. So this is obviously going to be a pass-first offense. And this is where I would really like to see Hutch unleashed a little bit. Not having to worry too much about playing the run, knowing that, on 1st and 10, Dallas is probably passing the ball. They're not going to get anything in the run game. And so I think we could see a really big Hutch game. He's been kind of quiet the last couple weeks after that massive game against Tampa Bay, but I think we see a really big Hutch game. I think Dak is Dak, the $60 million man. I think he throws at least one interception. And the last point I want to make is I read a report today. So Micah Parsons did not practice, but Deron Bland might be returning this week. And
full practice.
He broke the record. Yes, and he broke the record for pick sixes a couple weeks or a couple years ago or last year, whatever it was. Please play Deron Bland because he will get burnt. Like put him on JMO and let JMO run a stop and go, double move post corner, and he is going to be fried chicken. So I'm really excited. I can't wait for the game. We'll get into our official picks when we get into the pick section at the end of this. But before we move on, just any other notes we want to make about the Cowboys game?
Kenneth Walker did kind of run all over us, but he's very, very, very good. The Cowboys running backs are not good. So that's the other point here is that against the Rams, we get up 83 yards, 70, 77, 133. I think that makes a huge difference in this game. This is another Hutch 4-sack game. I'm going to call that. I called the last one. You did call
the last one. I will also say that rookie left tackle, and normally Hutch is out on the right side, but that rookie left tackle for the Cowboys is bad. So I would like to see some one-on-one matchups with Hutch in the game. I'd like to see some pressure on Dak, force him into some mistakes.
Are we going to pursue another pass rusher?
It's a great question.
I've been seeing a lot of rumors.
It's a great question. And you know what? You just reminded me.
No, not Max Crosby.
I wish Max isn't coming here, but yeah, I would like to see something, and maybe it's closer to the trade deadline, and we kind of see where the league's at. There's going to be some premier pass rusher is going to be on the market come the trade deadline that we just don't know about yet. Myles Garrett, could you imagine? I don't think
he could be on the market.
He'd be too expensive.
Yeah,
not for a 1-year loaner.
I think his 1-year loaner price would be crazy.
Yeah, I don't believe he's on the last year of his deal.
The other one I thought was Hassan Reddick.
Yeah, Reddick would be nice, but he also wants a lot. That's why he's sitting out.
I don't want a guy like that. I wish we could have gotten Judon. I feel like Judon would have been good.
Yeah, Judon wanted to play somewhere where he could have red sleeves and it looked good.
Oh, I like Hassan Reddick, the player, but he's not a Lion. He's not a Lions guy. There's no way Campbell and Holmes bring him in. But you brought up a great point. Before we get into the picks, I wanted to talk about this with you guys. Shocking. I mean, I was shocked, and I guess maybe I shouldn't have been that surprised. But the firing of Robert Saleh, they were in week 6. They just came off of a bad loss against the Vikings, but you've got a Monday Night Football game at home against a division rival. A win there, you're right back in the division race. Kind of a shocking fire. Maybe the word came from the directive came from Aaron Rodgers. We don't know. We never will. But I need to get you guys' thoughts on this. So, Jet, what did you think when the news came through? And then I need to know. I mean, this was Aaron Rodgers, right?
I've got a lot to say about this, so maybe Stark should start because I'm going to take every single topic if I start.
All right, I'll start. really don't care very much about this. So, Joey, off to you.
First thing, I think that Salah is a really good coach. I wanted him bad when he was leaving the Niners. So happy we got Dan Campbell. But I just could not believe that he got fired. I think that it's going to look really stupid when they have a mediocre season, because I think that their team is actually complete. I mean, as complete as it's going to be. It's not like they're missing stars. They have the team that they've been trying to build now. So I think they're going to have a mediocre season. I think that they make the playoffs still, but I don't think that they win their division. And I think it looks really bad. USA Today immediately drops an article after this happened. Said leading candidate for Jets' new head coach after this season is Ben Johnson. Absolutely breaks my heart. I hate to already see that. And also, you guys are going to hate this one, but Aaron Glenn was fielding calls last year to go somewhere else. Bring Salah home. He's a Dearborn guy. Give me him if Aaron Glenn thinks that he's about to take another beating. I
don't
would
hate that.
love Salah in Detroit.
If Aaron Glenn leaves.
Yeah,
So,
I'm just saying I did not appreciate him taking meetings last year like we had some sick defense, like he was about to come turn some other program around. Not shitting on him. But if he does that again this season, I'd say good riddance. Bring me in the fucking top defense. He will be the top defensive coordinator in the league if he can't get Lions.
Yeah, so I'm kind of pissed. You
defense has been very, very good.
Yeah, they have. And Jet stole my thunder. And I mean, I figured we were all thinking it, but I would bet that he is the Lions defensive coordinator next year. He's not going to go get another head coaching job. He's going to have to be a coordinator somewhere. I think if the Lions had the season we expect them to have, I think Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson are both gone after this year, and we're going to have to replace two coordinators. Ben Johnson, gosh, I hate him going to the Jets. I love Ben Johnson. I hate the Jets. I hate New York. But I have to say...
We're not talking about this right now. We're not talking about this right now. No, we're not talking about this right now. This is such a point. We are at week 5. We're not talking about our coordinators leaving us. What are we doing?
I mean, it's the talk of the town.
Here is what I will say, though. I know where Ben Johnson's going next year. It's not the Jets. Ben Johnson will be the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles next year. Aaron Glenn, I don't know where he's going. Maybe.
Bills.
No, I think he goes to Philly. That's my call. I think Sirianni gets fired and Ben Johnson comes to Philly. But the Bills would make sense as well. But I do think Aaron Glenn gets a head coaching job as well, and I think we bring Salah home. If you remember, the Michigan Congress was literally lobbying the Lions to hire Salah, and they put together this whole bring Salah home ordeal. Lions went to Dan Campbell, and I don't know what happened there. Maybe the Lions wanted to hire Salah, and he picked the Jets, but all I know is that we won in the end. We got Dan Campbell. But no one answered my question, though. Was Aaron Rodgers behind the firing of Salah?
Oh, no, he was not.
Oh, I think he was.
No.
I think he was
also
too.
do want to, moving forward, I can't think of one on the spot, but I would like to do Colin Cowherd made up hypothetical. You know how he's like, the prom king, he's already got a date to the prom, but then the hottest girl she gets broken up with. That's what we're going through right now with Salah. We know that he will eventually be with the Lions after this season. That's why we're already talking about this. We've already got our date with Aaron Glenn, but we know after prom we're getting Salah. And that's my Colin Cowherd analogy.
I love it. Shout out to Cowherd. Salah's a backwards hat type of guy. He's a beanie. He wears beanies. All right. Let's move into the picks, and as we're talking picks, we're gonna dive. We haven't talked any college football yet. We're new rule. We're just not going to talk Michigan football on this podcast moving forward. So just letting the listeners know, no more Michigan football talk on this pod for a couple reasons I don't have to explain. But we'll break down the game, talk a little college football. Let's get into the picks. All right.
Nice
So
soundboard there, like that.
Thank you, sir. Let's recap. Nobody had a good week. We got kind of taken behind the shed by the books last week. But just a quick update on last week in the season. I went
covered.
MSU did cover, and me and Jet both had MSU cover in that game. I went 3-2 in college. Jet went 2-3 in college. Stark went 1-4. That puts me at 19-11 so far this season. Jet, you're 18-12, right on my heels. Stark, you're 17-13. So we're all looking pretty solid over the course of the season.
But Joey started out 0-5.
No, that was NFL. Trust me, I'll make sure the listeners know that. I'll make sure the listeners know that when we get to the league. But all right, big week in college football. No Michigan this weekend. No MSU this weekend. Jet, I have to ask you as a State fan. As a Michigan fan, I could not be happier that Michigan is not playing this weekend and I get to relax and watch an awesome slate of college football. Do you feel the same as a Spartan fan?
No, not at all. Because I did preseason so much better than you guys, and let me tell you how I did that. I went on this podcast. I told you guys we were going to be bad. I had zero expectations for the season. I took the under. Anytime we get a win, I'm like, wow, I am shocked. I can't believe we just won that game. That's exciting. Whenever we lose, I knew that was coming. So I actually do like watching them. I think every week is just a chance for them to prove me wrong. They have not been proving me wrong a whole lot. But I swear, I actually like to watch them play. Their defense is so much better than it has been the past couple of years. And Childs, as bad as he is playing, I do like to, every once in a while, he has a moment of brilliance. So, no, I mean, I don't want to say that I'm happy that they're on bye, but I'm indifferent, I guess.
Stark, are you happy that Michigan's on a bye? You don't have to watch them this weekend?
I've disavowed for Michigan for a little bit. The fact that they don't have a single quarterback is just like, why? I stopped watching. I'll be honest.
Turtle.
Dude, no. I don't want to watch any.
Jack Mahomes. No, these guys suck. I said we weren't going to talk Michigan football.
Gary. They're all going to quit on defense at some point this year, and it doesn't matter. I'm finding my second team to root for this year, and I haven't quite figured it out. So
I have mine.
I think you're Boise.
That's mine.
Like Boise.
That's my second team.
You guys are
Everyone's
both
on the
Boise?
Janty train, dude. I'm on the Bowling Green train. Give me Harold Fannin. Most impactful player in the country.
You got Boise as your second team, Adam. You got Bowling Green as your second team. Mine prior to this week was James Madison. I shout out DraftKings Social. You can follow your friends' bets. One of my buddies at I don't even remember. It was late at night. He put in a bunch of James Madison futures. Very good gambler. Shout out Danny Taylor. I tailed him for no reason, and I'm like, what does this guy know? All these James Madison to make the playoffs, James Madison to win. And he's not reckless. He doesn't throw out stupid bets all the time. I'm like, I'm going to tail him. This guy knows something. So I've been excited to watch them play, and then they lost to ULM this weekend. Oh, my God. I don't know.
They lost to General Booty?
Yeah.
How did they go to blowing out UNC by 72 to losing to General Booty?
I don't know. But I'm going to stay with them. I'm going to say they're my secondary team this year. Fingers crossed they can somehow sneak into the playoffs. Got them plus 7.
How are our conference picks looking?
Don't get ahead of ourselves because next week we're going to do a mid-season update on conference picks as the halfway mark of the season. Conference picks, national champion picks, Heisman picks. We're going to look at it all. Next week we're diving into that. So don't get too ahead of yourselves.
I think in my brain I might be spot on. Never mind. I think I'm doing really good with those. But we'll move on. I got to get better week to week.
All right. Let's get into the picks. College football. I feel like this is the first massive slate. And maybe massive is too big because there's a better slate coming next weekend. But
We need some
really
background.
good slate. Yeah, real. I know. You know what? We need to add in that NFL highlight. Yeah.
Joey just comes in with a sick take, dude. Or a guitar solo.
I'm gonna start adding that to the soundboard, and we're gonna have some background music when we're making our picks. But awesome slate this weekend. We are going to start the Red River rivalry, now an SEC rivalry game, which is weird and crazy to say. Texas, Oklahoma. Texas laying 14.5. I'll start us out tonight. Hook 'em. Give me the horns. Big. I think Texas is the best team in the country. I think we see Quinn Ewers back under center this week, and I think they blow the Sooners out because I think the Sooners suck. Jet, where you at?
Oh gosh, dude, I'm in that weird spot that you sometimes get in if you gamble a lot, where you don't know whether to fade yourself or stick with your gut, because everything's telling me Texas blows them out of the water, and I'm like, yeah, it's too obvious. You got to fade yourself. But I don't think I can in this situation. I don't think Oklahoma's that good. I seriously do think Texas is. I agree with you. I think they're the best team in the country. It's either them or Ohio State. I actually don't think any other two teams are close to those two in caliber. Yeah, give me Texas.
Hook 'em. Stark.
I think I'm going to take Oklahoma, and I definitely am going to take Oklahoma now that I see Michael Hawkins is the new quarterback for Oklahoma, and he looked so much better than Jackson Arnold. 14.5 points is a lot. Texas will win this game, but give me the points.
You think it's going to be a Caleb Williams situation where he comes in instead of the starter and just come back?
They were getting blown out one week. Who are they playing? Oh, they're playing Tennessee. And then the backup came in and did really well, and then he's been starting ever since. So, God, this is a gross pick. I'm still gonna take Oklahoma plus 14.5.
All right,
give it to me. A lot of points.
You get the half point. Yeah, you get the half point, which is nice.
I know. 2 touchdowns.
I'm still taking Texas, but Texas. But all right, maybe the second biggest game of the week. Actually, take that back. It's the first. It's the biggest game of the week. Not the second. The Fighting Ryan Days go out to Eugene at Autzen. Oregon hosting the Buckeyes. Oregon, a home dog. Ohio State laying 3.5. Stark, you're going to go first on this. Which side are you taking in this game?
I'm taking Ohio State. I think they're going to beat the brakes off Oregon. I don't know. I really don't know how good Oregon is, and I think Ohio State is very, very good. So, like the home dog part, the home dog part of it though is tough, but I'll stick with Ohio State. I think they're a powerhouse, and I don't think Oregon's as good as everyone thinks they are.
Jet.
Dan Lanning is definitely the better coach. And home dogs. I mean, how do you not love home dogs?
We're not betting money line.
Going across the country. I absolutely love Ohio State here. I think Oregon's frauds. Going up against both those things that I hate doing. I hate betting against the better coach. I hate taking a road favorite like this in a close game. But I watched Michigan State play Oregon. What was Gabriel doing? Anytime they got in the red zone, he was throwing the ball to Michigan State. They struggled their first 3 games. The only game they looked good really was Oregon State and I think Utah State they covered. But outside of that, they have struggled. And I bet Dan Lanning coaches them up and hypes them up. Oh, you guys are underdogs, whatever. And I bet that they play well, better than they have probably all year. But Ohio State they're a top 2 team this year. And Oregon is not.
All right, I'm on an island. I'm going to take the home dogs. I'm going to take the Ducks here. Better coach, better quarterback. They haven't looked right, but I think this is the week they get it right. It's going to be a crazy environment. They're at home. And you got to factor this in. Big Ten teams going out to the West Coast have a really tough time. And so for all of those reasons, I'm going to take Oregon. And I'm going to tell you, I will be betting Oregon money line this weekend as well.
But that stat doesn't account that the West Coast is now Big Ten country.
True. These haven't been Big Ten games. These have been out of conference games when the Big Ten teams have had to travel. That's a good point. But with that being said, give me Oregon on the money line this week, not just to cover. All right, let's go into the SEC night game. Ole Miss, the SIP. We're a big fan of the Rebs on this podcast. Feel like we talk about them every week. One of these weeks, by the way, we will bring Ty on to break down some SEC football, have some arguments. He's a Big Ten hater. We're SEC haters. But Ole Miss traveling to LSU. LSU also a home dog here. They are getting 3.5 at home. Night game in Baton Rouge. Jet, we're going to start with you. Which side do you like?
I will not be fading the Rebs at all. I love Ole Miss. I don't think LSU's good. I don't think so at all. They lost to USC in like a weird game where it kind of looked like USC kind of had control the entire time with controlling the run, and I don't know. It was a close game, but I felt like I bet on USC that game, and I was never really that worried. I don't think USC's that good now. The more I've watched them, obviously they lost to one of the worst teams in the Big Ten, Minnesota, not Michigan, guys. And then
I know. I knew who you were talking about.
I'm not a believer in LSU. I think that Ole Miss is definitely still a top 10 team. I think that they dominate.
Stark.
I'll take Ole Miss. I think they're a much better team. I don't like. Is Les Miles still the coach at LSU? Is that right?
Les Miles.
He looks like him now. I don't know. I'll figure it out. No, he's old Notre Dame coach.
Yeah.
Jim Kelly. What? Who is it? Well, I can't.
Brian Kelly.
Dude.
I
Les
can
Miles
see
was the coach
him doing
in
that little dance
2009.
move on that spinning thing with the player. What's his name? He does the fake accent.
Brian Kelly.
Brian Kelly. Yeah, Les Miles. That was a long time ago. That was really stupid. He's a terrible coach. Brian Kelly's a terrible coach. Ole Miss is really good. I think their bounce back is officially happening, and they're still going to make the playoff. I do like Joey's bet of them winning the playoff. I still think they're legit. Jackson Dart is legit. Really like their wide receiver, Trey Harris, too. So
Trey Harris, man.
He's the man. Les Miles, I know, is not the coach of LSU. Moving on.
All right. I'm on an island again, and don't hate me for this pick. Ole Miss is a much better team from what I've seen so far this year. Why is the line only 3.5? Then you dig a little deeper into why. Every time these two teams play each other, it's just chaos. It's the craziest game of all time. It's a close game. It comes down to the last minute. It's in Baton Rouge at night. I think Ole Miss wins this game. I expect Ole Miss to win this game. But it's one of those things. I tell you, if the line doesn't make sense to me, I'm going to take the side that doesn't make sense. And I am going to fade myself here and go LSU plus the 3.5. All right. Big Ten matchup. Unique Big Ten matchup. Penn State Nittany Lions traveling to LA to the Coliseum to play USC. Another home dog. If you don't see the theme here, we got a lot of home dogs this weekend. USC is catching 4.5 at home. Penn State coming into town. I will go first on this, and I won't talk too much. I think USC sucks, unfortunately. Had some higher hopes for them, especially the way they started the season, but I do not think they're good. They are not ready to play smash mouth Big Ten football. And what does Penn State do? They run it down your throat with two really good running backs and a great offensive line. Give me Penn State big in this game. Jet.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I seriously, I don't think it's funny. You're like, oh, how are they going to transition to the Big Ten? I mean, that game that they played against Michigan, and I didn't get to watch the game against Minnesota, sadly, but I have a good idea of how it went. And it is truly crazy how you watch a game of football and casuals, non-ball knowers, think that the exciting, like electric, throw the ball a million times offense wins games. You go into the Big Ten, and then all of a sudden, like, good defense and clock management and running the damn ball wins games. It's crazy. So yeah, I think Penn State beats them. I think they beat them by a lot, and I am getting scared because I'm taking all the road favorites right now.
Stark.
I am going to go with USC in this game because I don't think Nick Singleton's playing again, and they did not look as good without him in the run game. I'm waiting for them to blow one.
Yeah, you've been fading Penn State every week.
I'm waiting for them to blow one because I just don't believe in them. So, is Miller Moss healthy? Is he playing? I think they're. Yeah, he is, I believe.
Was he not healthy at one point?
I'm just making sure. Yeah, I'm going to take USC here. I think without Singleton, if he's out, that's huge. If he's in, I think it's going to be a much tougher game. But this is a much tougher situation. I was like hoping they lost to Bowling Green. I think this is their most realistic game so far that they could lose. So, yeah, I'm going to keep fading them until they lose. They will lose a couple.
All right. Wrapping up the college picks, we're going to do something unique. We're going to pick no Michigan State this week, and then a really good slate of 4 games, and then it kind of drops off there. So we're going to pick some group of 5 games. Actually, we're just going to pick one. And it is my second team, Gianti, Boise State, traveled to the island of Hawaii to play. They are laying 20.5, so another big home dog. Hawaii 20.5 point underdogs at home. I will go first. I'm taking Boise State. Jet.
Make it 5 for 5. I'm taking all the road favorites. I bet on Hawaii early in the season with UCLA, and I think they ended up winning the game, but the offense was miserable. I think that Boise State might actually just trounce them. Granted, the line's 20, so they should, but I don't think it's ever close. I think that this is a blowout from start to finish.
Stark. Could this be a BBL lock of the week, or are you swerving?
No, not a BBL lock of the week. We gotta think of it. We gotta do those smarter. Those are so fucking bad that we just have to find one that is right. We can't afford to lose another one of those. We know that, right? Or we can't do it anymore.
Hey,
no,
3-3. What are we 3-3?
I know why Adam wants to do it. He wants to make a Janty edit. He wants to do that so bad. No, Adam. No, I'm standing up for our listeners. We're gonna actually find something that's a lock. Something that is always a lock. Not what makes the best edit. I like Janty, and for that sake, I'm gonna go Hawaii. I think I don't fucking know. I'm just taking Hawaii. I just to make that not the lock of the week. So give me
you're
that.
You're playing defense.
Yeah, I'm playing keep away.
I just have to say, that's so funny because I was joking about making it the BBL lock of the week, but I did have this vision in my head of like a sick John T edit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
just do the John T edit. Just make the edit and post it. And you don't have to do it for a lock. But I knew it.
Oh man, yeah. And really quick, a message to the listeners. We talked about this last week, and we were planning on taking a week off of the BBL locks, and then we had Cam on, and we posted, hey, there's no football knowledge here. We're just supporting my brother. We're taking Air Force. Air Force got clocked. Air Force got the brakes beat off them. Dude, yeah, they were so bad.
Hold on. Let me look at the records. Navy's 4-0. Air Force was 1-3.
Look,
there was
my whole life, I've had a rule. Death taxes under when the academies play each other. And yeah, this year's Navy-Army game, I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with these two teams. Electric offenses putting up points. This year's Navy-Army game, the over-under might be in the 40s, which is unheard of for this game.
Yeah. Also, one of them might make the college football playoff.
I know.
They could
How
go
awesome would that be?
And what I am praying that one of them gets first round versus Penn State. That would be so funny because I think that one of them could beat Penn State. It would be unreal. It would be the greatest thing in the history of college football if that happened for me. I just think that would be so fun.
Dylan.
And Stark, you as a fader and a hater of Penn State. That would also be awesome.
That would be great. Dylan in the comments. On Instagram. Dylan, if you're listening, go Army, baby. I'm with you. I agree. Those guys are blind over there. What are they talking about? Michigan? That would be sick.
Funny.
One of those.
That was hilarious, by the way. I just made like a subtle joke to Ricky about like we didn't know Michigan swapped offenses with Army. To be fair, though, Dylan had a great point.
Are you an idiot?
That's disrespectful to Army to compare Michigan's offense to them. So I apologize. I just want to put that out there. I'm apologizing.
Sorry, Dylan.
All right. Let's switch gears. Let's get over to the NFL.
Let's go. Okay.
You guys like that. You guys like that. All right. We are going to start where we always start. Thursday night football game. Really quick, I'm going to make a note on this. I have been pushing for... Oh, okay. Let me back up further. My apologies. Records in the NFL. So last week, not ideal. Stark, you went 1-4. Jet, you went 3-2. I went 2-3. That moves our season-long picks. I am 13-7 on the season, and the two of you are 10-10. But it has to be noted, Jet went 0-5 week 1.
That's so stupid.
I'm 10-5 since week 1.
Jet went 0-5 week 1. Yeah, Stark, you didn't do well last week, but you're going to bounce back this week. Yeah. I believe in it. Keep in mind, loser of the season-long pick contest has some type of punishment that the other two get to come up with. So we are picking for something here. All right, we're going to start Thursday night football tomorrow night. San Fran going to Seattle. San Fran laying 3.5. What I was going to say, I've been asking for this for years. Why do we not make Thursday night football throwback Thursdays and both teams wear their throwback unis? Well, we're finally getting a matchup on Thursday night. Niners will be wearing their all-white 90s throwbacks, and Seattle will be wearing those awesome royal blue throwbacks with the silver helmet. So pump for the jersey matchup tomorrow night. But again, San Fran laying 3.5. Another home dog seems to be a theme here. Jet, we're going to start with you. Are you taking another road favorite?
Gosh. First thing I would like to say, I miss Color Rush.
I miss Color Rush so much.
Thursday nights.
That was when we were bowling in
Like
college.
to me,
Color Rush.
throwbacks are for like a prime time Monday. Like there's history there. It's going to be a big game. Thursday to me is like bullshit. We're about to watch some bad football. I think the gimmicky Color Rush was so hilarious. And I don't know, maybe there was that was just a good time period of life when Color Rush football was on. But yeah, give me the Seahawks. Fuck it. I'm not gonna take another home dog.
Sorry, you just went Stark.
I'll take the Seahawks as well. That's all I got for this one. I don't know. I do know it's the Seahawks. I just don't feel like expanding on that. So moving to Adam, go ahead, Adam.
Thank you. I think this is the first one all night we've all been on the same side. I'm also taking the Seahawks here. Brock Purdy does not look good with all those weapons. Seattle coming off of the Lions hangover loss. You knew that was going to happen. They bounce back this week at home. I will take Seattle plus the points. All right. We go to Sunday afternoon. The Commanders. Them and the Vikings are the two surprise teams of the NFL up until this point. Stark, you can go on about your Jaden Daniels takes in a second when we go to you. But Washington gets a massive test. They travel to Baltimore. Baltimore laying 6.5 at home. I will go first here. I'm taking the Commanders. I am done fading the Commanders. I've been fading them all year. Their offense is unstoppable right now. They're facing a really, really good defense in Baltimore, but 6.5 is too many points for me. I'm going to take the Commanders here. Stark?
I think this could be the BBL lock of the week. Commanders plus 6.5. I'm not joking. I would feel very confident with this because this offense is going to score points. We haven't even seen them in a game where they're like have to put up points. They're just doing it. And then, I mean, Jaden Daniels is a better version of Lamar Jackson. He might not be as fast, but he's got a better arm. Dude, I don't care. You can laugh at me. Go ahead. Hit me with that. Hit me with it. I don't give a shit.
Oh, my God.
Hey, unload the clip, Adam. I swear to God, he's the best quarterback in the NFL right now.
You are fake news.
It's not fake news. It's not fake news. My thing is this.
Right.
I want to see. I'm excited for this game. I'm very excited for this game because I don't. Baltimore's defense hasn't looked very good against the pass. I guess. They got lit up last week. Still won the game, but Washington's running game is very good. It's weird. It doesn't matter. Eckler is averaging 8 yards a carry this year, which is insane for his old age. Joey, I'm loading up on my old running backs in fantasy football. I love them. Even McNichols is going off for some great yards per carry. I think this Commanders team is for real. Baltimore is good. I just hope Commanders. Well, 6.5 points is a lot too. So yeah, I'm gonna take Commanders. They're gonna score points. So if they win or if they lose, they're covering this spread.
Jack, you gonna make it 3 for 3?
Stark, are you sitting down right now?
I don't need anyone else to tell me. I know that he's the best quarterback in the NFL. I don't need anyone else to tell me.
The Commanders will not be covering 6.5. They will not be covering 14, and they might not cover 21. Saying Jaden Daniels is the best quarterback in the NFL when he didn't throw a touchdown versus the Buccaneers or the Giants is insane. Their schedule is actually crazy. They might have played all of the worst teams in football for their wins. They beat the Giants on all field goals.
Giants are winning games.
They beat the Bengals, wow. The Bengals are projected the number 2 pick in the NFL draft if the season ended today. They beat the Cardinals, which proves what does that mean? The Cardinals have been bad this year.
You're saying I thought they would have played the
the Carolina Panthers, the Oakland
The
Raiders,
Browns,
the Denver
the
Broncos,
Browns,
the Cleveland
the
Browns.
Browns,
Those
the
aren't the worst
Giants, the
teams in the league.
Cardinals.
What are you talking about?
They are the worst teams in the league. They are the worst
At
teams
what?
at football. The Bengals
No.
are 1-4.
The Bengals are
Browns
not the worst team in the league. They might have one of the worst records in the league, but they are much better than the Raiders, than the
Oh yeah,
Panthers.
they're so good. I'm
Hey,
gonna
we'll
let the
see.
records speak for themselves because after this,
What's the Commanders' record?
um, it's good because they played all these cupcake teams.
Dude, no, you're right.
But here's the thing. You're going to forget about this after this huge loss this week because they're going to play the Panthers after. I don't know who sucked off Goodell to get them the easiest schedule in football. But, yeah, they're going to get trounced this week. They have not played a good defense yet. I don't think they've played a good offense yet outside of maybe the Bengals, which the Bengals offense has not looked like themselves this year. I think that they get trounced.
Arizona?
Tampa Bay's offense is not good.
I think you're just trying to like stir me up a little bit.
No. I think Jaden Daniels is an exciting young quarterback, which the league needs. I've been excited about like a rookie quarterback like this outside of him and Caleb Williams in a while. I like last year's class. I thought was all going to be bad. I do actually think he's going to be a good quarterback in this league. I just think the hype is way too much for them right now. They're too. You can't get that much better over a season just with that quarterback. You know what they attributed it to? They attributed it to a VR headset. They said he's able to get reps and AI is able to replicate defense from the opposing team before games.
What about the Houston Texans?
AI made them so much better. The Houston Texans had so many draft picks. They also had Will Anderson that changed the defense. I don't think that, and they got a brand new head coach.
They didn't punt for 2 games.
Yeah, and one of those games they kicked a field goal on every possession. I do not think that the Commanders are.
That's points. That's scoring on every possession. If the Lions did that, they'd win every game.
No.
I will say.
All right.
No, I'm not giving up on this.
We're not picking Commanders games. We're not picking Commanders games anymore. No, we'll see. So we're on different sides. Stark, I'm with you this week. I'm taking the Commanders. I'm a Commander believer this week. Taking the 6.5. Jet, you are on Baltimore. All right, let's go to Lambeau Field. Green Bay hosting the Cardinals. Green Bay 5.5-point favorites in this game. Have not looked good since Jordan Love has been back. Weird situation with Romeo Doubs where he didn't like his role in the pass game, so he just decided not to show up for a couple days. Suspended last week. But I'll go first here again. I think 5.5 is too many points. I think Arizona looked really bad against the Commanders. I think you can partially attribute that to the Lions hangover that we're seeing throughout the league. But, coming off of a massive win last week, big opportunity for the Cardinals. Don't necessarily think they win the game. I just think 5.5 is too many points. Give me the Cards. Jet.
The Cardinals are not a good football team. Do the thing.
No. All right, say it again.
Can I get the sound?
Say it again.
The Cardinals are not a good football team. Yes. Thank you. The Packers win this one big. Thank you.
Stark.
Oh, man. I'm thinking. The algorithm. I'm going to take the Cardinals. I'm taking the Cardinals. They're coming off a big win against the Niners. I watched that game. It was a crazy win. I do think Kyler is awesome. Marvin Harrison Jr. doesn't look that good. There's a lot of these I think hype is a bad thing for players. I think the media and people on Twitter and us are bad for players because, dude, I think Bijan sucks. The only reason I think that is because his expectations were so high that, I mean, what he should be doing more. And same with Marvin Harrison. But that's just probably pressure. He's young. I'm still going to take the Cardinals. Something is wrong with Romeo Dubes, but also he should come be a Lion. It's a big body, sure-handed receiver that we could use on the bench there. Come to Detroit, Romeo. I know you're listening to this.
Jet.
They did get routed by the Cardinals did lose to my Commanders 42-14. So
if you didn't announce your pick prior and you said that entire rant, I would have no clue who you were picking. You talked about Romeo Doubs coming to Detroit, Marvin Harrison hype too real, and Bijan Robinson all during that rant. I honestly blacked out. I don't know who you're picking. I have no clue.
I said the Cardinals.
He said the Cardinals. So, all right. Let's get to Monday night.
I'm on fire tonight.
Stark is rolling tonight.
We're cooking.
We're gonna go to Monday night at MetLife. Robert Saleh out the door, interim head coach. Bills coming to town. Bills laying 2.5. Stark, we're gonna start with you here. Which side do you like in the Jets-Bills game?
Jets, Jets. I'm taking the Jets in this game. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to go off this game. I think we see a Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall actually start to play good. Breece Hall is a good player. I need him to be good. He's been irrelevant. I think that might have had something to do like involvement of some of these offensive players because the Jets have all the pieces to be very good. Jets are going to win this game. Josh Allen hasn't looked the same since they lost that to Baltimore. Yeah, I don't know. The Bills are scaring me a little bit, especially if like Shakir is out. James Cook I saw today has got a bad injury to his foot or his toe or something. So I think James Cook being out is a big thing that they're going to miss. Yeah, they're going to miss weapons. I think some teams are starting to realize like not having a guy is important or is bad. So I don't know. If the Bills are out, down Shakir, down James Cook, good luck. I'm going to take the Jets.
Speaking of Jets, Jet.
What was the spread again?
Bills laying 2.5.
I will also take the Jets strictly because I believe this game ends in a tie, so I'm going to take them.
Are you going to bet a tie?
I will be betting a tie.
That would be legacy. That would be a legacy bet. All right, I'm also taking the Jets. I saw a stat on this, and I believe it. Interim head coaches, first game, primetime, team just rallies. Team rallies. A lot to play for, and Stark's notes. The Bills don't look right, some major injuries, so I'm also taking the Jets, all three of us on New York there. All right, we're going to finish the night with the Lions going to Dallas. The Lions laying 3, another home dog in Dallas. Again, we don't know if Michael Parsons is going to play. Looks like Deron Bland is going to play for the Cowboys. And then the Lions don't have a single player on that injury report outside of Barnes and some of the other dudes that they lost long term. But Jet, we're going to let you kick this one off. I have a feeling which way you're going to go here, but which side are you taking?
Yeah, I don't even want to get into it. Lions big. It's going to be a bloodbath.
Stark.
Give me the Lions. We already broke it down earlier. Run the damn ball.
9.5 wouldn't be enough points here. 14.5 wouldn't be enough points here. I might even stretch this out to 16.5. I like the Lions big, 3 possessions, domination from start to finish. Give me the Lions -3. Boom. So, Stark, I have to tell you, you and I are on the exact same side of every single NFL game. So we're either going to have the week of our lives or Jet's going to be rolling and we're going to be down. But I think we might sweep.
Starting 0-5.
No, I want to just make this known. I don't bring that up every week.
Get it one more time.
I don't bring Joey going 0-5 up every week.
Yeah, you do.
No. I don't bring it up as like it's okay. Like, no, I want people to know he went 0-5. That man.
I guess if you're saying it like that, then yeah, Joey did have an 0-5 week, everybody.
How you start, it's how you finish. Let's go, team.
True. It's a marathon. All right, gents. We really quick, if you're watching this and it's Thursday, I was just going to ask you guys if you want to do a stream for the game tomorrow. You'll be at the game tomorrow. I might hop on a stream by myself tomorrow and have some friends watching the game with me while the Tigers try to close it out. And then there's a shot that we will live stream Sunday during the Cowboys game, Lions-Cowboys game as well. So just make sure you're following the channel, subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and we'll keep putting some fire edits out and dropping these episodes every week, doing more live streams. With football season kind of being full effect, we're trying to do more of this. So thank you to everyone who listened. We got by the way, we got like 40 listens on the last podcast. That's the most we've ever gotten. So shout out to the listeners.
Shout out to everyone who's listening. Miles Kramer.
Yep,
shout out
good.
Miles Kramer.
Two things. One, maybe we FaceTime you or you send the link out if the game's close. At the end of the game, we bring you in. Good vibes. I don't know.
I love that. I love that.
And then, you go.
Well, if the game's close, I'm absolutely FaceTiming you guys.
Okay. And then 2 and kind of 3. One is I would like to do an immaculate grid if you boys have time.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And then
we got one.
The other thing is I would like to continue doing hot take of the week, but I need submissions from the fans. So if you have a hot take you'd like me to go over, send it on in. It doesn't even have to be sports related. You could say that McDonald's is overrated.
I love it.
I just need hot takes. I need hot takes.
I love it. And actually, I love it. And let's start doing that. This is going to be a new segment on BBL, the hot take of the week. We're not going to be coming up with the takes, though. We're going to be breaking down your take. So if you're watching this, put in the comments your hottest take, and we will take the craziest take, and we will talk about it on our episode next week. We'll break it down.
Yes.
We might agree with you, or we might rip you.
Yeah, so far, take of the year is shot Pudge. See what it's straight down.
You can't claim your own take as take of the year.
That was not my take. Shout out Forrest Lansky.
No?
All right, gents. Let's end the night. We got our last grid. We completed it. It was our first time. We're going to go NBA tonight. Teams across the top. We got the Bucks, the Blazers, 10 rebounds a game over a season. And then on the side, we got Knicks, Raptors, Celts. All right. I got some names coming to mind already, but you guys got any you want to throw out?
Knicks, Bucks, Robin Lopez.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a great poll. Robin. Drew Holiday for Bucks Celts. That one is probably. You guys, we just care about finishing, right?
Yeah, you're finishing up.
We're not good enough to be going for the low. Carmelo Anthony for Knicks Blazers.
Good poll. That's actually a lot of people got it. I thought it was a better poll than 39%. All right, Raptors, Bucks. Oof.
Dude, the Raptors are always so tough.
Jose Calderon.
You know he played for that.
If you know he did,
yeah. We'll pull Raptors. I don't know if he played for the Bucks.
Don't know if he did either. Matthew
Monroe. Greg Monroe.
Did I know he played for the Bucks? Did he?
I'm pretty sure he played for the Raptors. I could be wrong though, so hold on.
I don't think so. Think so.
All right. Let's go Blazers, Celtics. Celtics players should be easy. Trevor Ariza.
Trevor Ariza, did he play for the Raptors?
No, I don't know. I don't know if he played for the Raptors. I know he played for the Blazers. Let's see. Blazers, Celtics. Got to be some like big time player.
Van
in here
Vliet
that we're
play
not
for the
thinking.
Raptors and the Trailblazer? Wait, no, never mind.
No. All right, let's get 10 rebounds. This should be easy to get.
Yeah.
10 rebounds. Jonas Valanciunas.
Yep. Good pull. Good pull.
What?
Oh, no way. Never got 10 rebounds a game?
10 is a lot.
10 is a lot. Do Charles Oakley for the Knicks.
Adam's
Wait,
right.
I'm pissed. I'm pissed off about Jonas Valanciunas. How? Mark Gasol?
For Celtics, do Bob Parrish.
Mark Gasol for the Raps.
27%. I thought that was going to be a fucking beauty for Robert Parrish. Raps, you could do Siakam.
No, he did not have. I don't think he averaged 10 rebounds a game.
Dude, he was an all-star when he was with.
Mark Gasol had to average 10 rebounds a game at some point in his career, and he played for the Raptors.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they won the finals, I believe.
No.
No?
I think it was a long time ago.
No.
Don't do it?
I don't think you're right.
You don't think he played for the Raptors? I know he did.
I don't. Did he?
Yeah, I know he did.
Well, then click it.
All right.
Yeah, do it. I know it.
Oh my gosh.
Throw Siakam in there just to prove a point.
Dog. None of these guys average 10 rebounds a game. I know for a fact Marc Gasol played for the Raptors. So
never mind. Can I try one?
Yeah. We got one left.
Type in Boucher, Boucher.
Where?
No,
10 rebounds. Yeah.
No, he did not.
No, wait, hold on. Don't do this.
Chris?
No, he did not. I know he did not. It is Chris Boucher, but no, he did not.
All right, we got one left, and I'm not giving up. We're doing Raptors rebounds. I'm like focused on this. Serge Ibaka.
Yeah, that could be a good one.
Oh my gosh! He also didn't get 10 rebounds a game.
Look at that one.
Yeah, we're looking at this one. How do I do this? Dude, there was only 4. That is insane. There was only 4.
We're gonna know one of them.
Chris Bosh. That's the only one we would have known. Yeah.
Who are the other 3?
That kind of sucks. Reggie Evans, Danielle Marshall, and Antonio Davis.
Danielle Marshall? Are you kidding me?
You could have never thought of that.
Oh, that's brutal.
All right, fellas.
All right. Everything we said before the Immaculate Grid stands. Drop your hot takes in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed, following us everywhere. And with that, gentlemen.
Hot take of the week. Fast food is better than fine dining.